Hey guys, what's up? Thought I would do a little quick video, basically uh, a kind of a follow-up about the Aspire Atlantis tank. I've been vaping on it now for about 2 weeks. Tomorrow will actually be 2 weeks that I've had it, and it's amazing. I love it. I use it when I'm driving. I use it at work. When I'm at home and stuff, I'm usually dripping on my Mutation X V2. But as far as the Atlantis tank goes, I mean, it's been a great tank. I will say that in the 2 weeks that I've had it, I've had the same coil in it, and there hasn't been any issues at all. I don't know how long this. I usually like with my Nautilus tank with the BBC coils. I was getting about 2 weeks out of the coil. I don't know if that's going to be the same way with this or not. That kind of remains to be seen. I was kind of wanting to wait to do this video until the coil actually needed to be changed out, but um, like I said, for about 2 weeks, it's still going strong, still great vapor production, still great flavor. One thing I need to fill this tank. One thing I wanted to talk about as far as filling the tank goes. People I've seen videos. I know Phil Basardo did a video and he was talking about how you just couldn't get a lot of juice in this, which it's not going to hold a lot of juice no matter what. Even with what I've kind of figured out about this tank, it still is only going to hold maybe about 2.5 mils of juice. Some people are saying they're getting like one, you know, 1.8 mils, 2 mils, things like that. I'm getting about 2.5. And the reason why is because when you go to fill this tank up, the chimney inside, it's kind of, for those of you who have this, you can kind of maybe see it a little bit. It's almost like a crown in there. Um, you have like a lower metal part and then kind of a higher metal part, and people have been filling that up to the lower, filling it up to the lower metal part, and you can actually fill it up to the top of the higher little ledge there. And the reason kind of figured this out, the reason why you can do that is because of the surface tension between when you're putting your juice in between the glass and the metal. When you're filling that up, the surface tension is holding the juice, and it's not going to spill over that lower ledge. You can actually fill it up to the top of the higher metal part on there, and it actually works, and you get more juice. Like I said, you're probably getting about 2.5 mils of juice. I'm going to go ahead and fill it up. I highly doubt that you're going to be able to see this very well, but I'm going to go ahead and fill it up. And I kind of just let the juice kind of fall up against the glass. And like I said, I fill it all the way up to the top of that metal, and it doesn't spill over the bottom little ledges there. Then when you screw this back on, when you turn it back over, like I think on Phil's video, he was showing there was still quite a bit of gap in there, and like I just filled this up and there's no juice gap at all. Like the juice is all the way like up into here. And I'll go ahead and put it back on the Sigeli and show you guys like it's vaping. There's no gurgling. So that's kind of something. I don't really know how I stumbled upon that. I think I was probably like I kind of overfilled at one point, and I was like, oh crap, it's gonna get into there, and it didn't get into there, and I was like, well, why is that? And so I kind of went to do it on purpose. The next time I went to fill it up to see, and yeah, like I have like no juice gap at all. It's completely full. You cannot see a line at all from where the juice is. Um, I've got this set at 38 watts. That's 4.7 volts. Vape's great. There's no, there's no gurgling going on, and it's filled all the way to the top. So keep that in mind when you're filling yours up. Maybe that's, um, maybe I am innovative and I figured this out. Nobody else has. I haven't seen anybody else talk about this. Pretty much every other video I've seen, people have been talking about the fact you need to fill it up to that lower line. I will say I have not tried to do that with a juice that's um, higher in PG. All of my juices that I run through the Atlantis so far have been a max VG juice. So I don't know if because of the viscosity of the juice, if that's why that surface tension's not being broke. I don't know if you would try a 50-50 blend in that. I don't know if it would spill over or not. I haven't tried it. But as far as Max VG juice goes, it is not spilling over that bottom lip. It's going all the way up to the top, and it's giving me just a little bit more juice in the tank than what it would if you didn't do that. Now, as far as vaping day to day with it, like I said, when I get up in the morning, I usually leave the house around 8:30 in the morning, and it's getting me. Basically, what I've been doing is about 2.5 to 3 tanks a day. For the last 3 days, I've been vaping pretty much exclusively with the Aspire Atlantis tank, and I'll fill it up in the morning before I leave. About halfway through the day, I have to fill it up again. Usually, then when I get home at night, I have to fill it up again. So that's 2 fill-ups. And then I'm vaping on it until I go to bed. And usually when I wake up in the morning, I've got about a half a tank. So you're talking about 2.5 tanks. Um, as far as how much you vape, that's going to be up to you, and it's going to be up to your wattage. Like I'm pushing this thing at 38 watts. I know on the coil heads it says 20 to 30 watts is the recommended. You can definitely go higher than that. Um, Everyone I know is going higher than that. I do know. I've seen videos where people are doing it at 25 watts, people are doing it at 30 watts, and you're going to get more time with it by doing that. For me, though, at 38 watts, it's perfect for me. I know, like, Grim is going to 40 watts, and I have gone to 40 watts, and it's fine. It's a little bit warmer. But for some reason, I've just settled on 38 watts, and it's been working really, really well for me. But like I said, I'm kind of a chain vapor, so the fact that I'm getting, I'm running through about 2.5 tanks worth of juice in an entire day, I don't think that's all that bad. I think some people were, talking like, oh, well, I filled my tank up, and 30 minutes later it was gone. If that's the case, if that's the way you vape, then yeah, you're going to blow through a lot of juice. You're going to blow through a lot of, you're going to have to refill your tank a lot. I personally, like I said, 2.5 tanks, 3 max for an entire day from the time I wake up to the time I go to bed. That's what I'm getting out of this. And it's been wonderful. So yeah, I just wanted to do a quick little video, kind of updating people on the Atlantis tank. I haven't seen any videos where people have been vaping on this for a couple weeks. Most videos I've seen, it's like, oh, I've had it for 2 days, I've had it for 3 days, um, and it's performing just as well now as it did the day that I bought it. Um, I can't say enough good things about it. It's kind of, I hate being one of those guys that say, "Oh, this is a game changer," but it's kind of a game changer because for those of us who like to drip, we want that dripping flavor, we want that dripping vapor, but we don't want to have to, sit there and drip all the time. Um, I like I said, I still when I'm at home usually, I've kind of the last 3 days been exclusively using this because I wanted to kind of see the juice consumption and how much I was actually going to go through. But usually when I'm at home, I'm using the Mutation X version 2. But when I'm out, when I'm driving, if I go to dinner with my wife, if I'm going to work, while I'm at work, this is what I've been using, and it's been performing great. I will say that I have heard people say that the flavor is muted on it. I personally don't feel like that's the case. I think the flavor is just as good on this as it is on my dripper, and I really haven't seen much of a muted flavor. So you know, I know that that's probably all in your build, all in the type of cotton you're using, and all that kind of stuff. How much airflow you've got going through, But for the way that I drip and with the Atlantis tank, my flavor is almost spot on with my dripper. So, um, that's kind of what I got. You know, I would highly suggest you go out and get one of these if you're somebody who drips, and if you're somebody who likes the RDA experience. This is definitely something you should buy for your commute to work, while you're at work, and then use your dripper when you can actually sit and drip. I mean, it's just the way I would do it. But that's neither here nor there. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching. I appreciate it, guys. I will say I do have Matt and Vanessa's Suck My Juice coming. I've got some of the Hucky Out coming. I wasn't able to get the whole line. I was only able to buy one bottle right now. But when I do receive that juice, hopefully like early next week, um, I will do another video and kind of talk about that juice. I may have another juice or two that I'll talk about. I don't know. But I'm really excited to try that juice. I think the Huckleberry Lemonade is going to be awesome. And, we'll try it in the Atlantis. We'll try it on the Dripper. We'll see, flavor-wise where it's at. But, you know, that'll be my next video. I appreciate you guys watching. And until next time, have a good one.